everyone is speaking out about this new team captain list for the 2025 season for the Chicago Bears has been released. Who is on that and what does that mean for this team? Welcome to Bears Digest, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me once again. If you have not subscribed already, please do so. It looks like 67.5% of you have not done so. So to get some news, rumors, updates as we get into this regular season, please hit that button so you are there with me. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we had team captains that were released for the season. In the past, we've seen a lot of different things done for the Chicago Bears in terms of team captains. Matt Nagy, if you guys remember it, had some sort of a weird rotating team captain list, which is terrible in my opinion. Eberflus did some different stuff as well. Now, this year, the Bears have team captains, and they are all voted on by the players. So this was not voted on by coaches, staff, anything like that. These were specifically voted by the players. So keep that in mind as we go through this list here. First thing that we're going to touch on is that team captain list. We have Cairo Santos leading the special teams group. We have Caleb Williams as the only offensive, playmaker on that list. We have Joe Thuney as another captain, which is obviously set in stone. He is a model player, a model on the offensive line, so we're going to get into him here later. Grady Jarrett and Kevin Byard on the defensive side of the football. So that brings us to 5 total. Ben Johnson also did mention that they will have some rotating captains in, just one per week. So they're going to have an extra one each week, which is good. I think having 6 captains total on a weekly basis, but 5 full season captains. I think this is perfect. Just so throughout the year, players can get recognized and noticed for good leadership and being, captains as well throughout the year. Obviously, a lot can change, so different things can happen in terms of, leading the team, who's, doing well and being that vocal leader for the locker room. So having those rotating captains in as well, or different guys each week, is going to be super cool too. I want to hear what you guys think down below before we get into each one of these players individually. I want to hear what you guys think about these team captains. There were some surprises that I have seen on social media and people reacting to certain things. A lot of people were kind of upset that DJ Moore wasn't a captain and different players like that. One thing I want to note about DJ Moore is he's never really been a vocal leader. He's not somebody that's going to, speak up in front of the entire room, and that's usually something that you want out of a captain. Now, DJ Moore is a great player. 100%. He is one of the leaders on this team, but if we're talking about a key team captain, I probably would not put him in that list. He's more of a quiet guy. He leads by example, which is good and is good for the receiver room and everything like that. But overall, I probably wouldn't vote him as one of the team captains myself if I was in that position voting. Again, it's the players voting, so what they say goes. And obviously, he didn't get that nod, but I don't think that's, too much to read into there. We'll pop over to the man himself, Joe Thuney. Obviously, this guy is a captain. He's been a captain everywhere he has been. One of the best interior offensive linemen in the league, and he is going to hopefully stay that way for the Chicago Bears. He has been an upstanding citizen, player, role guy, team guy through and through, good teammate. So Joe Thuney being on here is no surprise at all, and hopefully he is a huge difference maker on the interior offensive line. We have not seen him block live players yet on other teams, so this is awesome. That's one of the main highlights I am looking forward to come next Monday on Monday Night Football against the Vikings, is how he does against that interior defensive line against the Vikings, or that the Vikings have in Javon Hargrave and Jonathan Allen. It's going to be a top 10 defensive line unit overall, and probably a top 10 interior defensive line unit if you're going to break it down into that as well. So seeing Joe Thuney and how he goes out there and plays against them is going to solidify, what we think about him and what he's done in his entire career. So Joe Thuney, definitely team captain there. Next guy, Kevin Byard. This was one of the things that was more surprising to me. Obviously, he is a veteran. He's a great player and things like that. I didn't expect him to maybe get all of the votes that somebody like TJ Edwards would on the defensive side of the ball. But overall, great to have Kevin on this list. I hope he can stay healthy for the entire year as he is aging a little bit. but he is a great player and a great vocal guy as well. So great to have Byard on board there. Next, the man himself, Caleb Williams. I didn't want to put him on the forefront just because we have been talking about Caleb a lot. Obviously, he's going to be the main topic of conversation a lot of the times with this team, but he is a team captain as well. This is great to see that the players did vote him in that. That means he is taking those necessary steps to lead this team. He is wanting to be the leader of this team, and that goes far into saying how this team will respond to Caleb and that relationship that they all have with him. So great to see Caleb on this list as well as the team captain. Awesome, awesome stuff there. Next guy, the newcomer, Grady Jarrett. Another newcomer that is a captain on this team, and this time on the defensive line. Grady Jarrett is also an incredible, incredible vet, a great pro, a great addition to this team from the Atlanta Falcons. We kind of got him in free agency with a pretty sizable contract, but he is a great run stuffer and a good pass rusher as well from the interior defensive line. So hoping that he is a huge impact for a defensive line that does need that help. On to the last guy, not to forget, Cairo Santos leading the special teams group as a captain. He has been our kicker for quite a while now. He doesn't have the biggest leg in the world, but he is sure accurate, and he has won some big games for us. And this picture was taken directly from that Packers Week 18 win. So amazing there. Great job, Cairo Santos. Hope to have him a part of this squad for a long time to come. Obviously, I think there's always questions about, needing somebody with more power in their leg, things like that. But if this guy can go out there and consistently hit 45 to 50 as well, I think that's huge, right? Ben Johnson, when it gets down to a certain area, kind of towards the 50, 45-yard line, he's more often than not just going to go for it, unless it's obviously, fourth and long. But Cairo just being accurate is what we need out of a kicker. So very important for Cairo to be on this team and kick as good as he has in the past. So Cairo Santos is your final captain. The last thing, guys, that I want to touch on, not related to the captain's list here, is some breaking news that we did see today, and that is Braxton Jones has won the left tackle starting job. As we have talked about in the past, and this is the prediction that I made last week of who is going to win the left tackle battle. Braxton Jones is that guy. Obviously, that is subject to change if he doesn't go out and perform like he needs to. He's not going to be on that starting line for long, but he does have the experience, and he has done this before. He knows what he is doing, as Ben Johnson said this morning. He just knows the scheme. He knows what he's supposed to do. Now, physically, can he amount to that? That remains to be seen, a big question mark going into the season. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We have the team captains. This just gets us more into the regular season. They also released an official depth chart that just came out here about 20 minutes ago. So we're going to discuss that tomorrow. There is some surprises on that list as well. Some guys that maybe are a little bit lower than we thought before and things like that. We're also going to stay up to date on the injuries that do come out here. They are required to put out a injury report on Thursday. So we're going to be keeping our eyes on that because we got a lot of stuff coming up in regards to that with Jaylon Johnson, Kyle Monungai, Roshan Johnson, and others. So that's going to be big to keep an eye on. If you guys want to see those news, breaking videos, everything like that, we're going to be at you every day with the new stuff that does come out so you don't miss anything. So please feel free to hit that subscribe button so you are aware of when those are dropping. And as always, bear down.